YouTube? How's it going? It's Speak Bigfoot.
Hey, it's Schmicks, and you are listening to
The third floor.
it is episode 16 on November 18th, 2020. And how are you doing today, Nick?
Dude, I am cloud nine. I've had a pretty good day. Had a good work day. Got to come home, have a good dinner, and then I finished the zombies Easter egg. So that was pretty cool. I got it all done. That really just
Congrats,
kind
you
of.
big nerd.
Thank you. I know it took me a whole day of grinding and figuring it out, but I did it. And it just literally kind of capped off my night. It was a good way to start my evening. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I finished my university stuff for the day.
Nice.
I got to work pretty early in the morning tomorrow, but I'm probably going to dabble a little bit in the MCC tonight, the Master Chief Collection. The new season came out, so I want to try out Halo 4 and just see the different tweaks they've done. I'm pretty chill right now. I had 1 cup of coffee today. I'm trying to get off that drug, so I'm just having 1 cup a day now. So no energy drink in me, no G Fuel, so we're just chilling.
Ready to roll.
And we're going to vibe by the sound of it. We're going to talk about a new game that came out.
Heck
A
yeah,
game that obviously you just found the Easter egg for and jamming a lot. How many hours have you put in, Nick?
Exactly. I think it's 23 hours and 2 minutes or 22 minutes. So it's less than 23 and a half, but it's 23 and I think it's 22. 23 hours and 22 minutes, I think is what I'm at.
Okay.
And it's been out for less than a week.
5 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's good.
It's been a grind. I just love
gamer
it.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been loving it too. It's really fun. I haven't put that much time in, but I've put I think around 13 or 14 hours, and I've really enjoyed it. I think there's probably a ton of people that I feel like Call of Duty's the FPS that everyone plays. It's kind of like the Mario of shooters. So
yeah,
that's one reason that Nick and I thought it would be a great idea to talk about it on the podcast today, because everyone's playing it, everyone's talking about it. It's not like everyone's talking about Valhalla or everyone's talking about Beyond Light. Those are kind of more abstract, more focused on a specific type of gamer, whereas everybody plays COD, or at least everybody hates COD or likes it or doesn't care.
There's an opinion on it.
Yeah, there's got to be an opinion on COD, so that's why we thought we'd talk about it today. This might be a shorter one, we'll see, but we just wanted to throw out some opinions about our first playthrough through the multiplayer and zombies. Nick, you haven't played the campaign yet, so we won't really talk about that. And plus, honestly, such a good story. I don't want to spoil anything either. It was really tough in my review to talk about it when I didn't want to say too much about it. I want people to just go and experience it. So we'll just leave the campaign. But which do you want to start with, Nick? Do you want to start with multiplayer or zombies? It's your choice, man.
Well, I actually really quickly know it because you said it. As of right now, the Destiny 2 Beyond Light reviews for the Xbox are 3.6, PlayStation is 3.8, and PC's a 4.7. So still all very subpar. So no one's talking about that game.
Yeah, PvP is it's broken.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've heard of Vetoed. He's like a Halo streamer that does some Destiny stuff, and I was watching him late at night, and I was just having a little chat with him, and he said that it's just the PvP is just ruined. Warlocks have such an OP subclass super, with this stasis thing. So it sounds like Crucible's going to be busted for a while.
Shoot. Well, that's not what we're going to talk about. I just wanted to put it in there because we have to do one per episode. That game sucks, and it still sucks.
And now it's even worse, apparently.
Yeah, somehow it's worse.
Yeah.
I think
who would have thought that sunsetting weapons and adding in features that people don't want, who would have thought that would make it worse, eh?
Right? Somebody gave it a 10 out of 10 on Metacritic, and I was like, well, you're not a good reviewer.
Wow.
Because God of War is a 10 out of 10. Beyond Light is not. Nope.
Yeah, that's a yikes.
I'm thinking maybe zombies we chat first because it's fresh on the mind.
Yeah.
We've played zombies together a few times, actually.
Yes, we have.
And
I played my first round without you. You probably played your first round way before you played with me. I did, too. Yeah. Okay. So we played separately first and then came together and slayed some zombies.
Oh, yeah. And
what was your first experience like? I didn't even ask you. What was your first thoughts when you booted up?
I was so confused because I know Nocturne and Totem from the original, right? So I was like, okay, first of all, I'm outside the building. So I was like, where do I go? What do I do? And then I was playing with 2 other people. It was a game of 3. So I was like, they were pack-a-punching and stuff. And I was like, where is that? How do I get down there? So my very first game was very confusing. We got to round 19, actually. I figured out where pack-a-punch was. And kind of got a layout of the map. It was good. It was tough, but it was, I think, one of the best zombies experiences I've ever had. I just think it was so fun to play this because, as we'll talk about, this zombies experience is sick. I think it's sick. So I was very confused at first, but it was really, really fun.
Okay, that's pretty much what I felt too. I actually had family over, and so I put it on local play. Sadly, split screen wasn't working, so
Yeah.
I don't even know if they've fixed that yet. Like, that's such trash. That's just giving me like Halo 5 vibes again, where you want to play split screen with someone that comes over and you can't do it. Like, come on. So that pissed me off right off the start. But I went to local play, so just I tried to solo my first game. And yeah, same thing. It was confusing. I liked how Noctur Toten is all of a sudden this wide open area, and you're kind of you go through it and then you leave it and try to go find the stuff in the base underneath. Really cool. But yeah, I was pretty confused. I just loaded up with a shotgun and just, I think I bought a gun off the wall and just sprayed zombies and chilled, and eventually found Pack-a-Punch, and by that time I died. So it was kind of a lame first run, but it's always cool to like get that first taste of a map. It reminded me of like the first time I played Kino der Toten on Black Ops 1, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like this is so cool. There's so much to explore. It feels so big the first time. That's what I get out of it anyway. Right. And it is a pretty big map. It
is actually. And I like how they've designed it. So if you haven't played it, there's a bunch of different areas. I'm gonna say there's 3. There's like the spawn area. There's they call it crash site with this down bird, like a down I almost said bird, like a down plane. And then there's like the pond area. There's like rocks and some pond. And I think all of them are laid out very well for training, like just running in a loop. I think they're all super laid out. That wasn't a word. They're all laid out very nicely. And the layout almost like provides like a resource for that. Like, hey, like you can run a loop here. It's going to be fine. And I like that right off the bat. That was really cool. You can just like zip around and not get hit.
Yeah. I think even like the area you first spawn in, like, I've seen some streamers actually using that as an area to get people or to get zombies training around. And so it doesn't even, like, there's some places on the inside, but if I was going to do the train, honestly, it would either be on where you first spawn or the other area where we always find the mystery box. You can get a good train going there on those outside areas. But then the problem comes when it's those big dudes that I always get really frustrated with.
Oh, the nuclear guys. Yeah.
They're spitting their crap everywhere, and it just makes it really tough.
It's brutal. There's it's like radiation times 50 versions of those. They're not hard to kill. They're just red and a bit beefier. But like the first time I saw one, I was pissing myself. I was so scared.
So what's the highest round you've got to?
I got to 24, 23.
Oh, nice.
Well, I was trying to do the Easter egg, and then I died. I usually get to like 19 because either will have died or just tried to finish the Easter egg and completed it, or just die again.
Okay. Because I think anything over 20 is that then you've kind of hit that peak where things just are tough the whole way through. You just have to grind at that point.
There is a Dark Ops challenge for getting to 100, and I don't want to do it.
That's tough. Yeah.
To me, though, that sounds like a 4-hour endeavor of sitting there and grinding.
At least.
Like, that's a lot of zombies, and I love it. Don't get me wrong.
You'd probably rather do a Destiny 2 raid.
Oh, weirdly enough, I actually would. I love Destiny 2 raids.
That's funny.
Oh, I love raids.
Leviathan raid again.
Oh, I can't. Sunset, it's gone.
It's gone, dude.
I don't get my hopes up like that. So yeah, I like the map. I actually do train in the spawn area where there's like the tank, like right when you spawn. I will train in that area. I'm gonna go for a Dark Ops challenge to get to round like 10 or 11. I'm using the knife, and I'm gonna use that area. I think.
Nice.
It's gonna be a tough one.
That's a good call. Yeah, I don't really have. Maybe I should meditate on this a bit more, but I don't have any goals in zombies right now. I look at it as such like let's just have some fun. Shoot some zombies and see what happens. I treat it very socially. It's like a game of golf that I don't care about my score on. So when I play with you or whoever, so far it's kind of more of just chilling. But I'm sure as time goes on, I'll get more strats and kind of be like, okay, like my goal is to get to this level, or I want to get Pack-a-Punch by round 5 or whatever. Or like make these little goals for me. But yeah, right now I had a lot of fun playing it with you and with other people and just chilling, and it feels really snappy, just like the multiplayer, just like the campaign. Right. I like how it feels. It looks like Black Ops. It plays like Modern Warfare and like the new Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And it I don't know, the bars over the zombies' heads, that is so cool to me.
It's wonderful.
And it's such a small detail, but for some reason, it just makes it feel so different compared to other zombies games. And the fact that when you kill them, you actually see like points come down and you can see all the confirmed kills on it. That's really cool.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot, and I like that they've added these quality of life, I was gonna say hacks, quality of life hacks, quality of life like tweaks in. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. And you can toggle them off if you don't like them.
Yeah, which again, really nice feature, because they could be like, no, you're stuck with this, but it's like, no, it's like a simple addition. It's like, no, you can have it off.
Yeah, it really reminds me of so in the Master Chief Collection, you can turn off cosmetics if you want. So if you want the game to look just like how it shipped, you can turn off cosmetics. And I actually wish more games would do that. Like I wish Apex Legends would do that. I wish games like Titanfall would do that, where you can just take off the cosmetics. Even Call of Duty, it'd be nice to almost just see regular guns the whole time. For me anyway, I'd love to just turn off cosmetics just so it doesn't look so like wonky. I don't know. Sometimes it just looks like everyone's running around looking like Fruit Loops. Like, and I don't mean that in like a derogative to a gay person. I mean like literally people are so colorful. It's like rainbows everywhere. Like I don't know if like, do you ever get this where you're playing Black Ops 4 and it's like everyone's running around in like weird Santa stuff or Halloween stuff.
Yeah, dude. There's gingerbread man costumes.
Yeah, and it's like, am I playing Call of Duty or am I playing Fortnite?
Yeah, right.
And to me, I wish there was a toggle for that, because I'd like to see Black Ops 4 and Cold War. I'd like to see both those games without cosmetics sometimes, because then it's like, oh yes, I'm playing a military FPS game. Yeah.
But no, not gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not gonna happen. But the small things like toggling the health bar and the hit markers and stuff for zombies, that's cool.
Yeah,
I think it's a small detail that needs to get added to more games. So.
I think I like a lot with this map. They don't overload you with stuff. There's not like this. There's 6 perks. Pack-a-punch is very easy to get. There's like a few guns on the wall, but not a lot. Like it's like pretty like a good starter map. I think if you're new to zombies, it's a good starter map. You're not overloaded. If you want to do the Easter egg, it's not. It's hard, but it's not as hard as I thought it would be. You know what I mean? It's not like as hard as I don't think it could be. So it's like it's a good starter map for zombies. I've played every zombies map. I've owned every zombies map except for Call of the Dead and the ones from Black Ops 4. I didn't care about them.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the better ones.
Yeah, like I think I totally agree with you. If you were brand new to zombies and someone said, okay, you're going to try Black Ops the Moon. You're going to try that map. You'd be like, whoa, like it's so overwhelming. And what do I do? All these switches.
Gravity crap.
Yeah, it would be way too confusing. So a map like that would be more for someone that's maybe more veteran to zombies. But a map like this one, you hop in and you're new to zombies and you just picked up Cold War. It's very accessible, but it's tough enough that there's enough Easter eggs like that weapon that you have a great video about. Getting, that kind of thing. It's just enough that it adds things that a beginner could play, but a master can actually
get it. Yeah,
really grind on this game type. So I agree.
I think though it has kind of messed up zombies. I love the original zombies, like Nocturne Toten, Varuk, Shinonuma, Darius, Kino der Toten, Ascension. I love all those maps, right? They're classic. But I feel like I can't go back and play them now because I'm going to miss the health bars. I'm going to miss how easy this is compared to that, They're different for their own good reasons, but I think it's weird as someone that's played every zombies map, played a lot of zombies and followed it, to go back and be like, this is different now. I don't want to play it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they remastered the old stuff. Like, yes, it'll come with the price tag, but I'm willing to buy that if I'm going to get, Shino Numa or Darius. Please give me Darius. If I'm going to get that with all the modern upgrades, I want it. I want to play it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and if they do add it, and let's say we grind hours and hours of it, the best news for me is that if I'm playing zombies, it's still working towards my multiplayer progression.
Oh, yes.
That was a smart move.
It is. Unless you prestige, then it's not as smart.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently Nick's really suffering from a glitch that's not really curable right now.
I got so when my last game, I feel like I'm just being like, I did the Easter egg. Hey, I did the Easter egg. But in the last game where I did the Easter egg, I got like 36,000 experience and I got 1 level. I went from 5 to 6. And I'm like, no. that shouldn't work like that. The very first night that I did Prestige, I got like up to level 14, but then it reset back to like 5. So I don't know what the issue is there. But like,
Treyarch's the issue, dude.
well, literally, dude, and I don't
Troll arc.
troll arc. I don't understand it either because there's a new emblem in there. There's
Yeah,
the
I've noticed
prestige.
that on your thing. You got a new emblem, but then just didn't level up.
Yeah, there's the prestige one where it's like the Grim Reaper, the Scythe, but I have like a weird like, I think it looks like a birdie kind of thing, like a weird modern artistic bird. It's like just metal, and it's very odd. I'm like, where is it? Is this the new first prestige logo for like the actual game? Is this a bug?
Hopefully, all the games that you've played, hopefully there's like a statistics cache that'll. Yeah, I don't see them doing this, but let's hope
I doubt
that
it.
in the server somewhere that's collected, so that your XP that you actually earned will get applied to your levels. But
I hope so.
that might be wishful thinking. I don't know.
What I see happening is that they'll fix this bug and like, okay, here's more double XP,
Yeah, they could do
which
that too.
sucks because I already put in the time, but
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, I think in a nutshell, Zombies is really good. I would give it like, I don't know if we're gonna number rate it. I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. Like I'm gonna give it a number. I'd say 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll just agree with you because you've put in more hours, and the hours I have played in, I would probably say there's a couple issues I have with it, but overall, probably an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's pretty balanced. There's probably like 1 or 2 gripes, but
Yeah,
whatever.
right
It's
on.
good. Dude, multiplayer, take it away.
It's Call of Duty. It's yeah, it's if you've played Modern Warfare, the new one, you'll feel right at home here. I just find it feels faster than Modern Warfare in a good way. Like maybe it's the maps too. They seem like bigger maps, so when you're running through them, it just looks like more spaces going by you at once.
Mhm.
So I love the way it feels. It looks very Treyarch, the kind of maps you have, and especially the one where you're in Moscow with all the cool like stuff on the wall. Like it's very Treyarch. They have a certain appeal to their maps, and ever since Black Ops, I remember falling in love with all these cool maps like WMD.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, and like Launch and those kinds of maps, and I can see inspirations. It's just really too bad that there's only like 6 core maps. That's a low map count.
It's tiny. And
so no, you go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say I saw that before it launched. It's like, oh, it's like I think it's 8. I think there's 8 maps. It's like, oh, 8 maps. Is like, oh, that won't be too bad. Like there's still 8. It's noticeable. It's very. You're like, oh, okay. I'm playing Moscow again. Like Moscow's good, but for like the 3rd time in 6 games, you're like, okay. Like,
yeah, like you've played almost a full day of Cold War.
Yeah.
And in that almost 24 hours, imagine how many games you've played on Moscow.
I would say I've played, 15, 20 games on Moscow. It has to be more than that.
Probably even more than that. And that's what sucks is it's like you're going to take such a good map and just burn it out.
Right?
So every map's almost becoming Nuketown. A good thing that just might get burnt out.
Which is coming out again.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think if they would have had a bigger map pool, that would have helped. But they're probably depending on DLC and these, free season. Well, not free seasons, but free content going into the season. I think that's probably what they were depending on. But it just seems too bad as a launch game. Like you'd know more than me because you played more. But it seems like I've played. Like Satellite, for instance, that desert map. I feel like just about every time I boot the game up, I'm playing that, and I'm like, okay, I love this map, but I've been in the desert a long time.
It's been a long time. It's noticeable because you'll play something like Satellite, like you said. It's a phenomenal map. In my opinion, it's the best map they have right now.
Me too.
Closely followed by Cartel. I love Cartel, but it's like it's unique for me because it's like a high point. Like if I'm playing like Miami, again, none of these maps are bad, but I don't like Miami that much. So I'm like playing it, and then when I get Satellite, oh, sick. But then I'm playing Miami and, the boat one, Armada again, like 4 times in a row. I'm like, okay, like I need a better split. It needs.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors that Summit is coming back. They're gonna bring it back. I've heard rumors of it, so we'll see.
Black Ops 1 did such a good job that everyone I think deep down, everyone just wants to play Black Ops again.
Yeah.
It's this weird thing where I think if Treyarch literally just said, like, let's say 2022, after after an Infinity Ward game comes out, then it's Treyarch's turn again. They could literally put out a totally remastered version of Black Ops 1 with all the same maps and guns, and they'd probably sell pretty well.
I would pre-order the heck out of that.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I think that's what we all want deep down. That's what I want, at least.
Yeah.
And this game, it just seems to me like we're almost playing in a beta still. With the map selection, the guns are great. I think the gameplay is really tight. The UI is okay. I mean, there was some bugs right off the start. That's what you get with a launch. But like, I feel like the game's a full package, and then all of a sudden you have like a beta amount of maps.
Yeah.
You have like what would be a testing ground. Yeah, very beta male. Yeah. But I mean, 6 maps is still something, but just compared to like Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, it's just laughable.
Crazy amount of maps.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's unique. I think it feels like a beta to me. It's good, but it's a good beta. But I think it's a beta because we're in the preseason right now, and I don't get why they didn't just launch into season 1. Like,
yeah, I wonder that too. That's a good question.
Like, I get maybe you don't want to boot into it right away, but it's like, man, like I don't want to wait. I'm waiting for the December 10th is when season 1 starts. So it's like, I think they knew there was going to be bugs, but they pushed it out anyway to coincide with the Xbox launch, and PlayStation. So I think they might have pushed it out and like, okay, we'll use this 3 weeks to fix bugs. Like, because if this was the first season, you know, I just prestige, I'm like, oh, let's get into this grind, and then I'm like, level 1, level 2. Level 1 again. I'm like, no.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're probably right. They're probably going to try and get those kinks out of the hose while everyone's doing preseason stuff. And then when season 1 launches, then it'll be like, so we know how it runs on the Series X. We know how it runs on the PS5. Right. We know how it runs on PC. We know how it runs on the PS4 and the Xbox One family of consoles. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they just were kind of risking this little testing phase for the next couple of weeks.
Right. And I hope they fix it because there's a gun at prestige. Well, so the way it works is you get military ranks 1 to 55. So once you complete that, you enter prestige automatically. It just happens because you don't lose anything. And then
so you don't select it.
No, I didn't. It just like you like level up. It's like boom, prestige 1. Okay. And you get from prestige 1, you go from like 55 to prestige 1. You keep all your guns, all your classes. All it does is it enters you into the prestige system. So like 1 to 50 is a prestige. I'm assuming 50, the end of 50. It's like 51 to 100 is another prestige. Like every 50 levels is a new prestige, up to 200, and then it's just bonus levels to 1,000. But they're putting guns and stuff. Like, so there's a gun at 50, so I have to go up another 50 levels. But because of the bugginess of the system, I'm like, there's an honest chance that I don't get the to 50 to get the shotgun that I want. You know?
Yeah.
The reason I'm grinding, I can't because you've got a bug that's preventing me from leveling up properly.
Yeah, that is frustrating. Yeah, it sucks when things are on a deadline and you can't do anything because of a bug. Like, Treyarch better be on that. I'm sure they've heard lots of flack on Twitter.
Time.
I'm sure we're there. I mean, that's how we bully people at 343. We just spam on Twitter. Not myself, but I just watch the spam. I'm like, well, they'll probably fix it soon.
They'll probably get it. I'm actually going to look at Treyarch's Twitter right now.
Yeah. Yeah, even like there's like weird Twitter accounts like the Call of Duty help support thing. Same with Destiny 2. I remember going on Destiny 2's support Twitter, and when Shadowkeep launched, or Shadow Q as we like to call it, because it was just literally you get put in a queue. That's where you can go and just spam them. Another thing about queues though, I was actually put in a server queue when I first booted up Cold War, and you said that didn't happen to you.
No, I launched right in the game.
Okay, because I launched and it did the checking files thing all normally, and then all of a sudden it put me in a queue, and it took like a good 10 minutes. So there just must have been like a big server overload on Xbox's side. I don't blame them, but it kind of like it gave me those vibes of like Shadowkeep again. And I'm like, oh, is this some Destiny 2 garbage going on here, dude? And then no split screen, like, come on.
I hope, no split screen is kind of crappy. I don't know why they didn't do that.
I think like split screen's available in the UI. I think they just need to patch it so it actually lets control, or at least with Xbox, they got to fix it. Maybe it works fine with PlayStation. I'm not sure.
They got to get out there and fix that.
Yeah.
I
have some questions. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Really quick, I'm on their Twitter. They tweeted out earlier. This has nothing to do with leveling, but it's actually, I think it's big for right now. It says, update, we've reduced the base effective damage range by 33% and adjusted the initial recoil for Submachine Alpha, which is the MP5K, which is the biggest gun, I think, right now. Like, that's the most popular gun in the game, and they've just nerfed it by like half.
Okay, I was just going to ask you that. I was going to ask, what do you think needs nerfs and what needs buffs? So we can probably both agree the MP5 needs one, and it looks like it got it.
Needs one.
Yeah, because like the range it had, I was like, okay, this is supposed to be an SMG.
Yeah, it was literally a laser beam. It almost was like the ACR. Yeah, ACR. From World War II. This is what it felt like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like snipes were a bit of a problem in the alpha and beta, but now they're toned down. They could get a bit of a buff, but the MP5 is so broken.
Oh, way broken.
It's like I've tried out every class, actually. I'm sure you have too. Like, just tried out shotguns, ARs, tac rifles, SMGs, LMGs, snipers, and LMGs. I find is probably the most accessible. I put 100 mag on, I think it's the RPD, and yeah, you just spray. And yeah, so like there's a lot of guns that have a lot of range and a lot of like I don't know what it's called, but it's just actual damage.
Yeah.
Like its damage output is so high. So if you want to just be a tank, just get an RPD or one of those stoner 63s, I think it's 63s called.
63s and walk around with that thing.
Yeah, just put the full clip on and go. It's crazy gun. But
which honestly, I've tried every gun except for LMGs. Haven't really given them any love.
Okay.
But
I prefer the stoner from Blobs 1. I think it was a lot better.
Was it in Blobs 1? It was in Blobs 1. Yep. Yes, it was. I just remember that now. On that note, I'm glad that every gun feels like you can use it, though. If you want to run around an LMG, well, if you sprint with an LMG, you're going to lose. But if you're using an LMG, you're going to be all right. If you want to use, like, I'm using the AUG. It's my number one gun. It's a burst round tactical rifle, and it's sick.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can use,
and you can still run around with it too.
You can. Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like you can. I had some plays. I was watching some video back, and there's some plays I had where I was rushing in and I was doing okay, and then I die. But of course, the AUG is perfect if you're kind of sitting back on a map like Satellite and just picking people off from distance with that burst.
It's
but
sick.
It seems like every gun, just like you said, you can pick it up and use it. There's no utility guns. Like I'm used to Halo where there's some like a plasma pistol where it's a utility gun and you take down their shields. Every gun in this game you can kill someone with, like an M1911. You can go and get nasty with that thing, which is weird. You see people running around with a secondary.
It's real weird, dude. And it works for people too. It's very odd.
Yeah.
It's very odd. And I mean, it works. I hate dying to it, but it works. So I think guns are in a good spot. There's definitely nerfs incoming. And probably some buffs. There's a Milano is a marshmallow gun. It stinks.
Yeah, I tried using the pre-order bonus version of it, and even still, it's just I think the damage output's not enough because even when I'm rushing, it just doesn't. I would rather use an AK-74U every time.
Yep. I would too. So it needs a buff. There's things that need to go up and down, but overall, I feel like the guns are for the most part in a good spot.
Yeah,
with the exception of the MP5K.
Yeah, there's nothing outrageous. Like the MP5 is pretty bad, but there's nothing like Modern Warfare 2 with like some kind of weird perk combo with like the dual shotguns. I remember that was a big thing. There's nothing that extreme, so you could call it a successful sandbox launch. I think the sandbox is pretty balanced. So
yeah, I'm sure they're going to tweak it as soon as Season 1 drops because you're going to get unique guns with weird names that I can't pronounce properly, and they're going to have weird fire modes, and they're going to be, good and bad. So they're going to be flipping up the meta again. But
the beta meta.
The beta meta, what I call it.
Yeah.
When Season 1 drops. So I'm hoping for some I want some throwbacks. Like give me the Enfield, dude. Everyone's favorite.
Best gun, dude.
Best gun.
Yeah. Friggin' sick. Put a dual mag on that and give me attack dogs.
Yeah, okay. Give me attack dogs.
Well, another thing that's really cool, we always talk about it, it's so freeing to play this game and just go and have fun. Don't worry too much about your score streak. You can die and your score streak's going to keep adding up. I really like that feeling. No one's camping. I feel like no one's really camping. There's been a couple games, but it's but for the most part, like I don't see people hiding in corners that much. It's very rare.
Except on satellite.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's like snipers in that like really sandy area with the dunes.
Right, in the dunes.
Yeah. But I think I almost like it more than something like Black Ops 4, where I'm constantly looking around corners being like, yeah, someone's going to be sitting there just waiting. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like that. Maybe I'll end up hating it in the end and find it less competitive, but
right.
I hope they bring a competitive mode.
That was my next point.
About that to grind, dude.
Yeah.
Like a nice like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. Like if we could see ourselves progress in that way, kind of like with Apex Legends, that would really make me want to jump on the game daily.
I believe League Play is coming because I was in like the barracks looking at challenges, and there was one. It's like get 1,000 and get X amount of headshots in multiplayer or in League Play. So it's probably coming. What it's going to look like, I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
I hope it's a better version of what Black Ops.
Yeah, I want to know. Give me bronze, silver, gold, platinum challenger.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Wood, give me something.
Wood. They can make woods like the top thing because it's like the campaign.
That should be sick. I was thinking of like the worst, but no, that makes more sense. I'm hoping for like a good rank system,
Yeah.
Whether it happens or not, we'll see.
Like I love social, like the quick play, it seems to be pretty snappy. I like that it's like a playlist composer where you can choose, okay, I don't want to do free for all at all. I don't want to do kill confirmed. I'll just do these things. That's pretty cool. It's nice to have that. I haven't touched hardcore. Have you?
Nope. I actually like hardcore and I should touch it.
Okay.
But I haven't touched it yet.
We'll do some hardcore touching someday, dude. It'll be
Let's go.
It'll be awesome.
I'm going for barracks challenges. Like I just love grinding challenges. I realized that playing through Fortnite, I love doing challenges. And I don't think the battle pass, like for COD, is going to give you challenges. I don't think it is, at least. It's going to give you barracks challenges to do. So I'm just loving doing them. I'm having fun, cross them off my list. So
yeah. Are you like achievement hunting, or are there many multiplayer achievements?
I'm not achievement hunting currently because I'm assuming there's like spoilers in there, so I haven't looked through them.
Okay.
Once I finish the campaign, I will. But I'm going for them. Like I'm going through I got one tonight for that thing I did. So like I'm going through them slowly.
Nice. All right.
I just like getting cool calling cards. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's fair. So you put a number on zombies. You said 8 out of 10. What would you say multiplayer? You got to put in the bad factors. You got to put in that crappy bug that's limiting your progression, and you also have to include like the laggy cutscenes at the start of multiplayer matches. That pisses me off. I don't know why. It's such a small thing, but like when my character's like got his gun and he's like, and then he goes, it's like, oh, I hate that so much. It's like, I just want to play the game, dude.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, there's like intro cutscenes. Like on Miami, you'll jump into a boat or you'll come in a van, one of the two. And it looks sick. Like it's like a little intro cutscene, but they've been laggy, or they'll be like choppy and the frame rate's off, right? Because or if you unlock an operator, they'll have like a cool little intro video being like woods, but it'll be like woods, and it like jumps forward, and you're like, what? Like, so they need to fix that. And limited map count, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
I was gonna say 7.5, but then you said the cutscenes, so I'm gonna say 7. Yeah. I think zombies is in a better spot.
Okay, I'm gonna actually. I'm sorry, I'm just so agreeing with you, but I'll say 7 as well.
No, go for it.
I wish I could give it an 8, but the fact that split screen's broken, and the fact that those cutscenes, same with campaign, these out of engine cutscenes that have the frame rate totally different and all choppy. It looks like I'm watching a stream that's buffering instead of an in-engine cutscene. That pisses me right off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll say 7.
What would you do for campaign? Because I know you don't really want to explain it because you don't want to get into spoilers.
Honestly, 9, dude.
Okay.
A big 9.
I want to do it. I know I'm kind of hampering our review here because I haven't played the campaign yet. We were, me and Jared and another buddy of ours, Dakota, and this other guy. I don't want to drop his name because he's younger, not like a teenager. He's 19. But he was like playing through the campaign while he's in the party with us, and he's like, "Oh, cool, this thing happens. Oh, and this thing." And I was like, "Dude, shut up! Like, stop saying it."
So I was kind of thinking, like, "Oh man, it's a good thing he's in like the first couple levels, so you've probably seen stuff on IGN about it. But like, if he goes any further and starts talking, it's like, oh yeah, so I just did this secret thing that you shouldn't know about.
Why am I here in this place?" I'm like, "Dude, stop."
Yeah,
I haven't played it.
It is so awesome. If you're watching right now and you haven't played the campaign yet, you should go and do that. You don't have to do it first. Enjoy some zombies or multiplayer, whatever you want. But
please
don't.
Zombies.
Yeah, just don't sleep on campaign.
No, I'm gonna play it.
It's like Black Ops 1 had this mixture of you'd go to the past and you go and relive Vietnam War days, and then you come back and all of a sudden it's Cold War again. You're sneaking around some Soviet base that's been destroyed years and years ago. And that's exactly what this is, but just a different spin on the same story.
Right.
It's just so sick. I don't know how to put it in words, but without spoiling anything, check it out. You'll have to suffer through the laggy cutscenes. Hopefully they change that by the time season 1 comes around. Yeah, and that's fair. It's a fair time to wait because the in-engine cutscenes, like when you're in the game, it looks so good. When there's this little break and someone comes right up next to you, their facial models are so good. You can see the scars. It's just so detailed. But then you get these out of cutscene ones where there's ones where there's Ronald Reagan and he looks good, but he's so choppy. And it's oh, why can't you look like JFK from Black Ops 1,
Right.
So they fix that up. Then it'll be a 9.5 for me, honestly.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the difficulties are. There's rookie.
5.
Yeah, there's 5. I don't know what the last one is, but there's recruit, rookie, hardened, veteran, and there's one more. And I want to play realistic. Okay, realistic is the last one. Okay. I'm gonna play a veteran right off the bat. I'm just gonna get through it because I like to hurt myself apparently.
Yeah, that's pain.
But then I think we should do a realism playthrough.
You and I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
It'd be hard as heck, but I think it'd be fun. And I know you're into the campaign, so I'm going to get through it. Maybe I'll slap it in recruit actually and just run through it tomorrow.
It's so replayable too. And again, I don't want to ruin anything, but it's branching story paths.
I like that.
So what you do actually matters. And I love that. I freaking love that when a game actually cares about the decisions you make. So I love those kind of RPG elements.
Yeah. Raven Software actually made this campaign. So they worked on just the campaign, and apparently it's phenomenal. So
yeah, I haven't really heard that much bad stuff other than glitches and really crappy cutscene stuff.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many glitches in general for this game. I know there's a camo glitch you can do right now, which I don't care to do, but
there's a bit of FOV glitching. There's some snipers, like the Tundra, for example. If you pull the field of view all the way to 120, and I like to play on that so I can get a really full spectrum. The scope does a really weird thing. You can see through the scope, the exterior part of it. It's hollow, so kind of weird stuff like that. But
interesting.
Nothing game breaking, at least that I've seen.
No, and the camo glitching is not game breaking. It's
just cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I haven't seen anything game breaking except for I'm not gonna call the XP slowdown game breaking. I'm just gonna call it annoying.
Yeah, you could probably argue that it's game breaking because that's probably keeping you from playing multiplayer as much as you were going to play it, right?
Yeah, I've just been playing zombies because I like doing it. I'm gonna get XP anyway, so might as well just play through it.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I'm really digging it, and I can't wait to play more. There's gonna be more games coming out, more game maps, and probably some more modes. I want them to bring heist in. I really want a heist mode.
You're a heist addict, dude.
Put it in Miami, dude. I don't even care.
Yeah, that would actually be sick.
I'm ready for it.
I'll second that. I'm really excited to just grind. It's playing. Another thing really quick, it's mouse and keyboard compatible too. So not only do I pull that FOV out, I can also get on mouse and keyboard. So really I can play like I'm on a PC through my Xbox. I really like that. I can switch between the two. Each game I can just decide, okay, I'm going to make my output the controller this time. I love that. You can do that for zombies and campaign, and it seemed to work pretty well. I couldn't get melee to work for some reason. I couldn't punch people or stab people. That was kind of weird. But other than that, it's really nice to see games do that and just have crossplay as a default. We didn't even have to ask.
It's actually a locked default
thing now. Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff I'd love to see coming out with new games.
Oh, big time. I would rather rip my nails off than play a mouse and keyboard, but that's just for me.
Yeah.
I hate mouse and keyboard.
I just like it because it's all of a sudden, with controller, you have to look this way, whereas mouse and keyboard, you just snap your neck. It's just crazy. Yeah. So with zombies, it's it feels so different with zombies because you can just snap around.
Yeah. No, I think it's crazy the fact that you can just zip around and do things. And I know like PC is better for shooters because you can just like you just said, you can snap to someone and you've got an open, I'll say open, like movement, where in control you're locked to how fast the stick can go. So
yeah.
We'll see.
But then we get aim assist with that. Like I found sniping is fun on mouse and keyboard, but I prefer it on controller because I'm just a Halo player. I'm just used to that. So
right.
Yeah.
Not for me, but I'll take your word for it.
But I'm very excited to game. I'm going to be jamming a lot of Cold War. I'm sure Nick will be too. So definitely check out Tweak Bigfoot's channel. He's going to have a lot of COD stuff. He already has 2 videos explaining stuff about zombies. So if you're wondering about like, oh, I'm new to zombies, what's this all about? How do I get the weird pack-a-punch thing people are talking about to upgrade their guns? Nick's got you covered. I'll put that down in the basement below. You can check that out.
I might do a video showing you how to upgrade the Wonder Weapon. It's pretty easy. There's 4 upgrades you can do it. And I've done all 4, and they're pretty easy.
Nice.
Yeah, just a bit of luck, kind of. So I'm definitely be doing more zombies content. My favorite loadouts, what I think are some cool strats. I'm an amateur zombies player. I would say I'm average or just above average, I think.
Nice.
So I'm going to put out.
I'm just going to put out a really cruddy sniping montage that 20 other thousand people have done.
Hey man, that's how people start. Face clan. That's how they start.
I know it sounds like me, but I'm kidding. I just don't have the effort for that. I do that for Halo, but probably not Call of Duty. It's going to be more of a game where I just like, if I have a really sick gameplay, I'm going to put it up.
We'll put it up, yeah.
I'm sure we'll get some of those. We'll get like crazy stuff in care packages. We might even get quad kills with a care package. Like, who knows?
I ripped from the theater mode, dude, and it's flawless. It is seamless. The theater mode.
How's the lag?
None.
Really? So like it looks pretty much what it would be like on OBS?
It is exactly what a game would look like. Like if you like I have footage recorded because I have footage for a review video that I may or may not do, and it looks like I ripped it while playing. It's sick.
Because I remember like most times with theater mode games, the hit marker is like a quarter of a second after, like kind of just enough to notice.
Okay.
But yeah, if this one's real time, that's sick. Because then I guess it'd be going server side, and then it's just perfect.
Yeah, I believe it's real time. Maybe I'll give it a look over again, but I believe it's real time. I didn't notice any like abnormalities.
That's really good.
And it
I hate when theater modes are like really laggy, like that half-second delay where it's like doof, like it just looks weird.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah, it's nice if you're not recording, which Nick does all the time, and it's hilarious.
Recording the Easter egg.
So like, let's say you want that footage, then you can just go back and get it, and that's
they're done.
Theater mode came from Halo, by the way.
Go. Did it really?
Yeah. Theater mode was I think Halo 3 was the first FPS game to have a theater mode.
That makes sense.
And then Black Ops was the first Call of Duty to have it, and here we are.
Yeah, MW2 didn't have one. Was Black Ops right after MW2? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's so strange to me.
Yeah, MW2 2009. And then
2008.
Really?
I think so. Maybe not.
I think it's 2009. We can fight about it.
Oh, we'll scrap with you.
Because I'm pretty sure it was, I think Black Ops is 2010.
Let's just look at Black Ops then. Black Ops 1 release date was 2010.
It was 2011. No, it was 2010?
It was 2010, yeah.
Okay, I was right. Okay.
You're right. And it got, I wonder what the rating was. I just remember that game being so sick, dude. It was...
I didn't know what else to do with my life when Black Ops 1 came out, honestly.
I got it from Hyperslock for Christmas, and it was unreal.
Oh, yeah.
It's on sale. You can buy it for $40 on Steam, and I think it's actually a good price for it.
Yeah.
I think it's sick.
I thought about buying it on Steam, because there's a fellow I know that, like, he's in his 40s, and he plays it all the time with his PC buddies. And, like, the game is still alive, which is awesome.
Okay.
But,
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Before we wrap this up, I'm looking at the roadmap really quick for the first little bit of Black Ops, or of Cold War. I thought I'd quickly bring it up. Starting on November 24th, you get free content. Nuketown 84 launches. That's what day are we on today? We're on 18th. I don't know. I'm on a computer. Whatever day, the 18th. So in 6 days from now, we'll get Nuketown 84. And then Season 1 starts on December 10th, and we're getting 2v2 gunfight. And more multiplayer maps. and modes. And it looks like Woods is carrying a briefcase, so maybe that's Heist.
Could be. 2v2 gunfight. I'm really interested in that because that gets pretty sweaty.
Yeah, we're gonna grind that.
I'm all about sweaty.
I'm gonna let you down, but we're gonna grind it.
I play a lot of 2v2 Halo, and I always thought to myself, man, this would be a lot of fun if this was COD. And then Modern Warfare had it, and then I was like, I'm not buying that game, so here I am.
Oh, good thing you did.
Waiting Cold War. Yeah, I always prefer Treyarch games.
I did too.
Myself. I just like the older kind of stuff, but that's just me.
I did too.
I'm a boomer.
We're also getting new zombies modes on December 10th.
Nice.
I can't imagine it's a new map, but
yeah. Well, it's good to see them adding content because, like, it's not that the first map doesn't have enough. It just seems like off launch, I'm comparing it to like Counter Toten and 5, which both came out for Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
Once you beat the campaign, you had 5 unlocked, right?
Yes. Or there was a code you could put in, but usually it's campaign.
Yeah, it's like, I guess I shouldn't compare it because I don't know if it's fair to compare. I guess that'd be another debate for another day, but like, it's tough to kind of take off the rose-tinted glasses and be like, oh, okay, so maps now have to be rendered in 4K and all this stuff. It's much more complicated, so.
Right.
Fair enough.
But, I get you, though. It feels like I said earlier, I'm an amateur zombies player, and I was able to beat the Easter egg with roughly 1 day of trying. So I think, and it was solved within the first day. So I think it's a smaller map in that regard. But yeah, like it seems smaller than the moon, but slightly bigger than Counter Toten. So it's kind of like it's a weird in between. Yeah.
We should do a moon gameplay, actually. That'd be a really fun video.
I can download it. I have it downloaded. Just kidding. It's downloaded.
It is downloaded?
Yeah, I've downloaded.
Because you have a hard drive, bro.
Heck yeah, I do.
Right.
My lovely partner bought that for me.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that.
I don't know if there's anything else I want to add. I'm just going to have to wait and see what happens and get through the glitchy cutscenes and the XP progression halt.
I like it. Where would you put it on a scale of 1 to 100?
Like the whole game?
Whole game.
As it sits right now, if it just stayed where it is, I would give it probably an 80.
Okay.
I want to give it more, but it's just there's enough things that hold it back. Like the content itself, the way it's sitting, it's just not enough maps. It's not enough reasons to grind. So as it sits, I'd say an 80. How about you?
Right. I'm gonna give it a 75 only because I haven't played the campaign. So I'm going to assume that's going to account for 5 to 10%. So I'm going to say 75 just because I haven't played the campaign.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Cold War right now, according to Metacritic, is looking at a 70. On the Xbox Series X, it's a 79. The PS5, it's a 78. So we're going to go ahead and say it's a 79. Because it's like 77, 78, 70.
We were like dead on, like between both of our scores, 75 and 80. We're pretty good, man. Maybe we should we should become game critics and just be the people's voice,
Yeah, right. I'm actually gonna read this review really quick. We should be the voice of the people, though. This review is sick, actually, and I completely agree with it. It says, El juego es un pasada con ese aspecto gráfico de loco mejor de la nueva generación. And it goes on.
It's a good thing I do Duolingo daily, and I know some of the words you said, but not a lot.
I did a bit of Duolingo, and I got a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But
Spanish is fun. I really like learning Spanish, but I don't have much more to say. I guess we went a little bit longer than we wanted, but I think the point remains it's just a sick game. If you haven't picked it up yet, it is expensive. It's a new Call of Duty. What do you expect? I'm sure I can speak for you, Nick. We would suggest you get the next gen version so that it's the I forget what you call it, cross
platform, cross generation
package. So it's 10 extra bucks, and then if you do get a Series X or a PS5 or whatever, then you can play it on that.
Yeah. So I would recommend it. Get it. It's good. We already got someone to go and buy it like we were playing it, and the guy liked it so much. He's like, I gotta buy this game.
Yeah, playing Black Ops 4 just wasn't enough for him. So
Nope.
it's time to buy it.
Nope.
And Black Ops 4 is sick. I'm sure I'll visit it again, but I'm sure I'll play more Black Ops 1 than I'll play Black Ops 4 at this point.
Wait, dude, last time we played Black Ops 1, we joined this weird clan for a little bit. Remember? There was two girls and this old guy, and they were like this weird clan that were strangely really good. The guy's like, yeah, I only got my dogs. I was like, what?
Yeah. It's weird to think that there's like an active community on that, you know?
Yep. It's pretty cool, though.
Imagine, it'd be like people still playing Halo 3, like I'm going to tonight. Like, how weird is that?
That's weird, dude. Why people do that? I'm a Halo 1 stan, but only on the original Xbox. So
nice.
I'm going to boot up my freaking dial-up and play some original Xbox.
Did you know that so Combat Evolved wasn't even supposed to have a multiplayer?
No.
It was like thrown together right at the end, and that's why they didn't really care about Xbox Live or anything. That was all kind of saved up for Halo 2. So Combat Evolved was just supposed to be a campaign, and that was it. But then they threw in the multiplayer, and it was so successful. They're like, oh, wow, well, I guess we're definitely going to have to have Xbox Live for Halo 2.
Yeah, okay.
That's why it became what it is.
I like it.
And you're going to want to hang on to that copy you have, because the Xbox copy of Combat Evolved is actually different than all the other ones.
Really?
Because a PC port got made by Gearbox Software, and that PC port is actually the it's like the tool that everybody uses now. So for Combat Evolved's anniversary, back in 2011 when that came out, for the MCC version of Combat Evolved and the PC port now on the MCC, all of them are based on the PC port from Gearbox. And that PC port is like, I love Gearbox too, but they screwed up this port. Yeah, like there's a bunch of problems with like fog and like the shield transparency and a bunch of graphical things. So the version you have on the original Xbox, that one's actually the best version of Combat Evolved.
Oh, sick. I don't know where it is. My mom probably has it somewhere in storage. It's the Platinum Hits Edition.
Yeah, hold on to it, man. Could be worse something. Could be worse something.
That's open and played, but I'll just rewrap it. No.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've honestly even used like maybe I'll just buy it off you actually.
Give it to you. I'll find it and get it mailed to you. If you guys want to know, if you want to ship him packages, here's his address now.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
123 Screw You Street.
There you go.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you're having a great time during the good old COVID shutdown, and hopefully your gaming lots. Try to stay healthy. Please. We don't actually bring this up a lot, but try to keep your mental health okay. I'm trying myself. Sometimes I slip up, and I need to check myself. And video games can be actually a really good tool to just not only play and experience a game, but go online and have an Xbox party or whatever PlayStation has. I don't know if they have parties or whatever, but get in a chat with someone and just chill, talk with friends.
Right.
Like Nick, would you say video games would help you with like de-stressing and entering a different world?
Even though like I find doing zombies or like multiplayer stressful and frustrating, it's a relaxing thing because I'm like, oh, this is cool. At the end of the day, I can shut off. It doesn't matter. I can go get lost in Valhalla if I want to do that. I can go to Doom or go to hell and kill demons. I can go to Egypt and be an assassin. Like the world is endless. Yeah, you can build your own world. If you're playing Minecraft, it's limitless options here.
Yeah, I feel like Minecraft and Animal Crossing, like that's like the ultimate mental health break right there.
I'm gonna jam Animal Crossing later.
It's a good idea. So in other words, everybody, take care of yourselves.
Yeah, please do. Please do, and thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Peace later. Out.